Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Floodlights Camera Action. From Summer's Camera to Chris Kamara, we look to bridge a gap between film and football and tell you exactly what films you should be watching and what ones to avoid. I'm Jack, with a slightly weird inflection on all of my words, but podcast known because it's co-host every week, and joined by my good friend Veronica to work through the do's and don'ts of film watching. Veronica, how are you?
Um, yeah, I'm good. The thing is with your intro is it's good, but no one's gonna understand what
I
it's about until like next episode.
Yeah, I felt like a bit like a CBeebies presenter when I was going like, "Welcome back to Floodlights Camera Action." I need to
Don't
more
do that,
monotone. No, I won't do that in
please.
the future. I've probably bin that one off, I reckon.
Yeah. Anyway, did you ask me how I am, or did I just interrupt? I
Yes,
can't remember.
that's the last line of the intro, always.
Oh yeah, right, great. But then also I'm like always interrupting, so I don't know.
Yeah, get used to it by now.
Yeah, I'm good. We've been cooking basically. We've been cooking. We've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes.
Well,
That's why we
some of
haven't
us
been
have been doing work.
recording. We've been going to BFI Flair Festival, which we are accredited as press out, which is pretty cool. Um, so we've been going to press screenings and whatever, and getting screeners, and I've been interviewing some filmmakers and writing it up actually. So check out our Medium page. So it's medium.com floodlights
Probably. Yeah,
camera action. But there's
that
no
sounds about right.
commas. It's just floodlights camera action with spaces in between the words. Um, what else did I want to say? Yeah, so I've been interviewing people. The interviews I have, well, one of them I fucked up the recording, which was my fault.
It wasn't fully your fault. It was partly your fault, but
It was,
got the interview.
well, no, it was
Go
kind
on.
of my fault.
Wow, yeah, I'm
Um,
trying to be nice to you.
well, no, it was my fault. But anyway, I have two that I've recorded, and there's one that I have tomorrow that I'll record. So I'll bundle up those three interviews and make an episode with just the interviews I have, because some of it is quite good and some of you can't read. So,
Is that about me?
well, I don't know.
It's that famous
Maybe.
gospel education. Yeah.
Yep. Do you want to talk about your BFI Flare experience so far? Have you enjoyed it?
Yes. Yeah,
Don't talk
I'd
about the
love
films,
to.
but go for it.
No. I mean, just about the films quickly.
No, don't,
No, I'm not
please.
gonna review them. Just calm down. Okay, take a chill pill.
Okay.
We're gonna do a devoted episode at the end of the festival, chatting and reviewing every single film we saw. Um, as well as if you go on a Medium page, I've started writing reviews for films we've seen at the festival. You know, between 500 and 800 words, roughly, maybe a bit shorter. Just a little bit longer than regular letterbox reviews, just kind of have a bit more depth of thought and a bit more flavour to it. I did one for the wedding banquet. I've worked out I can't say the word banquet. It just doesn't sound right. However I say it. And that was obviously the first film I saw at the festival. Outside of a short film called Fish. But that it doesn't really count. First feature length I saw in person was 10 days ago, maybe something like that. Um, was the opening night of the festival, the press and industry screening of the wedding banquet. That was a nice little solo trip into London, into the big city. Um, Afterwards, I had a bit of a mooch, went towards the Strand because I wanted a pint. Walked to there was ended up in a pub called Ye Old White Horse, which was near the London School of Economics, full of quarters wearing Tory 18-year-olds. Which that was just an unbearable experience, but that was quite a nice pub. I do recommend that. Um, and then I kind of had a bit more of a stroll. Ended up in Trafalgar Square, sat there for about 5-10 minutes, just having a bit of having a relax. And I was sat by one of the fountains, and some man came up to me, holding what was shaped like a crack pipe. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a crack pipe, but it was shaped like one. And he went to me. He went, "Hi, mate. You all right?" I was, "Yeah, yeah. How are you?" He went, "You're the guy I'm meeting off Grinder." And I had to let this poor man down, and inform him that no, I'm not the man he was meeting off Grinder. And then as I was on my way out, some older woman went, "Oh, hello, handsome. Do you want to chat to me?" Which was terrifying and complimentary. So I'm beloved by the communities of the gays and the old women. They just love me. They just can't get enough of me. So that was good. And then on to Wednesday, it was press day, whatever they called it. Um, Myself and Veronica for the first time in the flesh. took London by storm. I
Wow.
actually met.
We showed up half an hour early,
That was not our fault though. In
which
fairness,
wasn't our fault. We were told to.
we actually behaved ourselves and we actually showed up really early.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, it was BFI.
Shout out to Phoebe from
Shout out to
BFI.
Phoebe. Shout out to the lovely woman. Shout out to Maeve as well, who I've had a correspondence with. Um, yeah, it's a lovely little cinema. Stephen Street, I think it was, just off Tottenham Court Road. Very intimate cinema, I'd say. The smallest, sweatiest room you've ever experienced films in. Um, but yeah, I've had a lovely time so far. Have you
The
enjoyed?
decoration was nice. I think. Well, I don't know if they have
Did you see
offices
the
like in
BAFTA?
that building. That was an Oscar.
There was a BAFTA. There was an
There was
Oscar.
also an Oscar. There were
Oh
like
my god!
posters, like signed posters of like old films, and it was really cool actually.
And there was also there was a I think gold bust of Alfred Hitchcock's head. Um, that was I didn't take any pictures, but that was yeah that was lovely. So yeah, we've had a great time on the whole. You know, maybe not the highest quality of films seen so far, but on the whole, it's been a very nice time. I've
But
enjoyed going up
also,
to
it's not
London.
over.
Exactly, it's not over till it's over. We've still got lots of films to see. So yeah, it's
We're
exciting.
gonna be we have our own section of the red carpet tomorrow. Floodlights Camera
Yes,
Action,
for four
taking a
mothers.
red carpet by storm for the first time ever. So
Didn't get a
we're
ticket
in the
for
media line.
didn't get a ticket for the film, but
Well,
you know,
no, but we're there for um interviewing. We didn't really care about the film anyway, so
yes.
it's
James
fine.
McArdle will appear on Floodlights Camera Action. Probably. Well, I was thinking actually when we do these interviews, they'll probably be quick fire and smaller stuff. Live
We'll
meeting
probably
on the
just add them
podcast.
in into the BFI episode.
Yep, as well as we can use them for quotes
Oh,
for my reviews and potentially put them on TikTok.
oh yeah, true.
Resurrect
Because we will
resurrect the
record them.
TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we will be recording them. It's gonna be
yeah.
proper, actual, real film journalism, like my
Yes.
interviews have been,
Well,
obviously. So check them out.
well, there might be some silliness in there, but you know,
Oh yeah,
it is a
I do
comedy. It
have
is a
a.
comedy.
I
So,
was thinking of questions yesterday,
mm,
and the
shoot.
first question I thought of, because the film is called Four Mothers, I was just gonna ask like, if you could have four more mothers, who would you choose?
Who would you choose if
That
you
I
could
also
have?
thought about that.
Go on.
So I'd go Kate Blanchett.
Name a woman. Yep.
I'd go with Emma Stone. I'd
Yep.
go with Julie Delpy. I'd
Oh
go
yeah. Whoa,
with.
whoa. Julie Depp's a bit mental though these days. She's a bit
Is
mental.
she fuck? All right,
Yeah.
I'm taking that back.
She's a bit mad.
Scratch that.
She's a bit kooky.
I'll go with Meryl Streep. Classic. Like you have to go Meryl Streep, right?
Mm,
She
yeah.
seems like a good mother.
Yeah.
Um. What am I missing? One more. One more.
Sure.
Ooh, Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. You would have a crush on your mum though, which is slightly
No,
concerning.
that's no. I purposefully didn't say things like that. I purposely didn't go there.
I've not thought about this, so I would say Olivia Colman as one.
Oh, that's a shot. Actually, everyone from The Favourite,
Um,
to be honest, the whole
I'd
lead cast of The
go
Favourite.
yeah, Nicholas Holt. No, um, Emma Thompson. I think I
Mm-hmm.
like a bit of Emma Thompson.
Wait, what's that woman? Gillian Anderson.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
What
good.
from
That's a
Sex
good shout.
Education?
Yeah.
Who else would I say?
But
No,
it's a good question, right? Like
yeah,
I will
because
have
it's
to
got
ask
me
that question.
thinking.
It's just a great opening line.
Oh, I'd go Emily Watson. Emily
I
Watson.
don't know who that
She's in
is.
Punch Drunk Love. She plays
Yeah, I don't
the
know who that is.
love interest in Punch Drunk Love. So you got that to be excited for. And I don't know, Miriam Margolyes, that mad woman from Harry Potter.
Fair
I've gone
enough.
older for my age range, but yeah, good. With those questions are going to be asked live tomorrow. Not
Yeah,
live, but you know,
and if so, I don't know, I feel like that's not an offensive question. I was thinking like, what if someone gets
no.
offended and leaves? But I don't think that's an
If
offensive
anything, it's
question.
empowering. It's empowering towards
Yeah,
women.
like name four women. Well, you can't name four women.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
on
struggle at
you.
all.
That's not on
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, anyway.
how this episode is going to work? It's going to be a classic FCA episode in which we're going to chat about some films we've been watching. I've watched a lot of crap ones recently, but I'm only going to mention two crap ones. I promise. So it'll be a positive, you know, roundup from me. Veronica has seen a couple of films as well. One of which is potentially my favorite of all time. So we'll chat about that at some point. Veronica, do you want to go first or second?
Sorry, I just saw the message you sent me before we started recording, and I was a bit thrown. Um, I'll go second.
I'll let you get your composure back. Okay, cool. So not many months ago, about a month ago, I went through a David Lynch phase. I kind of I need to. I've got a couple more to watch, and I'm done with David Lynch, but I can't get through to Twin Peaks season two, so I can't watch Firewalk with Me, which is slightly annoying. But I watched The Elephant Man, directed by David Lynch, starring people. It's a true story of well, the Elephant Man, a man with a I'm not sure what the politically correct term is. Um, a disfigurement, shall we say? That's probably not the right way of saying it, but you get my gist. He was kind of shunned from society, made to be like a circus freak almost. Not my words, I should clarify. It's a very simple story, especially for David Lynch, a very simple story, but an incredibly, I guess, heartwarming and emotional one. Very well acted, very well shot. It's got that David Lynch magic about it, and like what I've come to realize about David Lynch is as much as it's like, oh, that's a bit weird, and that's a bit kooky, and that's a bit out there. Ultimately, a lot of his films are about love and about emotion and human connection, and this is completely the same. The final the final act, the final the sequences of The Elephant Man absolutely floored me, and I was like crying, and I don't cry loads, but yeah, The Elephant Man had me welling up. So yeah, there's 4.5 out of 5. Not quite perfect. I think there are a few moments where it kind of stutters and stalls, but one of David Lynch's best, and yeah, just a magnificent film, well worth the hype. Next up is a rewatch. It is Chicago, which has broke into my top four. More on that later. Um, I watched Chicago first. I watched it late last year, I think it was. I gave it a 5 star off the bat. It's just perfect. It's the perfect film. And I saw it was on. It was about 10 minutes in, and I kind of sat down and went, "Oh yeah, I'll watch 10 minutes of this." I did it similarly with Singing in the Rain recently, but I was like, "Oh, I'll watch 10 minutes." I just watched the entire film, and it flew by. It is just for me, this is like the gold standard in filmmaking in terms of uh, cinematography, editing, acting, music, choreography. It's just absolutely perfect. I recommend it to everyone. Richard Gere is one of my favorite performances of all time. Catherine Zeta-Jones is phenomenal as well. 5 star film, one of the best ever made, and probably it's that, La La Land, and Singing in the Rain are my 3 favorite musicals, and I don't think that'll ever change. They're just absolutely magnificent. And last up, is another rewatch. It's Almost Famous. This is a new 5 star film for me. Went from 4.5 to 5. The story of a young journalist, kind of finding a young rock journalist, finding his way. He gets the Rolling Stone kind of send him away with this touring band, this young upcoming band called Stillwater, I think it is. It's got the dad from Alvin and the Chipmunks in it. It's an important draw. And yeah, it's kind of this lad's escapades and experiences with sex, partying, betrayal, heartbreak, whilst all backdropped by one of the great film soundtracks of all time, just full of 80s and 70s and 60s bangers. It's yeah, just such a good time. Makes you feel really good. There's a lot of good life lessons in there as well, and yeah, it's one of my favorite endings. So yeah, those are my first three. Veronica, you're up.
Well, I need to like set my mind back quite a while back.
How far back?
For 18th of February.
Whoa, that's ages
That's a
away.
whole month and a week.
Wow,
Okay, so a month and a week ago, I watched two films. I watched Super Slash Man, The Christopher Reeve Story,
it's a
which is a
long title.
documentary that wasn't nominated for an Oscar, but it was nominated for a BAFTA. So I can talk about it because I didn't get to talk about it at Oscar stuff time. And it was really good. I'm not gonna lie, maybe it's because I'm really young, but I didn't even know anything about Christopher Reeve other than that he was Superman. I didn't even know he
Is
was
it,
dead.
yeah, well, like just sort of barge it. I don't know if it covers it in the documentary, but I don't. Did you watch The Flash, the film that came out a couple of years ago?
No.
So the reason, so one spoilers, but I don't give a shit. It's a terrible film, and it came out ages ago. There's a multiverse scene where they essentially like do like CGI versions of Christopher Reeve, for example.
Oh mate.
And so for the Flash and Andy Machete and the creative team behind that to go, let's bring this guy back. Is like digital necromancy. I thought it was so distasteful. Christopher Reeve, yeah, great man.
It's a really well made documentary. And I didn't know anything about it, and I cried at the end because like I had just had no idea, and they do such a good job at getting you to know his kids and his wife, and like just telling the whole story and really getting you involved in his personal life and his struggles with his condition. And yeah, it's just it's a really good film. And like it doesn't like go with a really crazy positive narrative about him as if he was like the perfect human being, like, you know, as if someone paid them to say all this stuff. It was like quite a well-rounded view on someone, which is what a documentary should do, because no one is perfect except me. um do you have anything to say about
Trying to implement it, put myself in a cry.
that?
Um, we'll cut that last bit anyway. But yeah, no, Chris Reeve's great. He did a film. I didn't love it, but it was one of my grandma's favorites. Film called Summer in Time. Which is like it's a romance drama. Essentially, it's about a guy who he is like a theatre director, and he meets an old. It's not a great film, but it's it's just an alright one. He was a theatre director, and he meets this old woman, and she says, "Come back to me." And it's a time travel film. And he goes back to like I think it's like the 20s or something, and he meets this woman when she's younger, and they fall in love. And I won't spoil the film, but it's very moving. It's got a great score as well, and yeah, Chris Reeve, just a great man. Yeah,
Well, let's move on. I watched another film that day, and it was a new film, a 2025 release. I don't know if you've watched it. I know Reese watched it. It's called Companion.
I was going to talk about that,
Uh,
so yeah,
oh,
I'll
you
chat about that
were?
after you do. Yeah, go
Okay.
on.
Well, I liked it more than I thought I was gonna. Well, actually, that's a lie, because I had it in one of my most anticipated films of the year, because I knew that I wanted to watch it and it was coming out soon.
It's fun. It's fun.
And I gave it 3.5, but like it's a good 3.5. It's like a proper, you know, fun film. I think actually I'm kind of annoyed that I saw the trailer at the cinema, because the newest trailer they released before the film came out spoiled the whole bit, basically, like the
Mm.
main premise that I think the first few trailers didn't spoil. So yeah, I didn't really like that. Kind of, I think, ruined some of it for me. But I think Sophie Thatcher's great. I think she should be in more stuff
She's great
because
in it.
she's
She's
really good.
yeah, she's really good.
Great actress, yeah.
I completely agree. I give it 3.5 as well. It's just one of them films where it's so fun. It's really fun. Sophie Thatcher's great. I really liked I can't remember his name. Can you fill very quickly for about 10 seconds whilst I get this
Lucas
film
Gage,
up?
or
Yes, Lucas Gage. Lucas Gage,
he
he
was
was
in
really
You,
good.
the
Yes, well,
show.
it wasn't in me. I should clarify. Um,
Well, you wish.
Yes, yeah, God, yeah. What a looker he is, by the way. Yeah, Lucas Gage really fun. Jack Quaid obviously very fun as well, as he always is.
Oh yeah, I love Jack Quaid. He's
it's a very
great.
snappy, sharp film. I liked that Rupert Friend as well in that smaller role he had. I'd recommend it. It's a good like not that I'd know, but it's a good date night film. Just to kind of sit back and relax to. It's get a good amount of laughs out of it. It's yeah, I avoided most of the trailers, but the major plot point I knew from the off. So it wasn't exactly like there's no mystery about it. And when it's revealed, it's like, well, yeah, I knew that already.
All right, can I say one thing? So
Is
I
it
had a
respectful?
look at no, I had a look at the director of Companion, and
Mm.
he's directed two other films before. This was basically actually no, this is one of them is an upcoming film. Okay, so he's directed one previous film before this one,
I will share a name. That's good.
and
What
it's
the?
called Tenacious D Time Fixes with Jack Black, Michael Keaton, and the poster on Letterboxd,
It's
like,
insane.
what is actually going
It's
on?
like
How did
it.
he get them to do this film?
Well, Tenacious
Oh, it's
D
a
are
short film.
Well, yeah, Tenacious
I
D
know they're a
are
group or something.
they're a group. Yeah. So the synopsis letterbox is after an open mic night, JB, Jack Black, and KG, Carl Glass, get a message from Michael Keaton who tells them that the time-space continuum has been disrupted at the Ford's Theatre in 1850, and they need Tenacious D can fix it. I assume this is promo for something.
I don't think so. It's a short film. It just seems like a short
How is
film.
this the only film? How is
This
this the
is
only other
so.
thing he's
So
directed?
this is his
Oh
first
my
feature,
god!
right? Which
Look at
which
what he's
actually
wrote.
makes it more impressive.
Look at what he's wrote. Look at his writing credits.
Okay, give me a sec.
Do you want me to just say it?
He wrote Fred, Freddy Camp Fred.
Now I've got a complicated relationship with Fred.
Listen, the most
Um,
popular review gives it 5 stars, so
in that well, I've only seen the first one, directed by Clay Weiner.
you know Pixie
Um,
Lott isn't the first Fred film.
yeah, yeah.
What the hell happened to her?
Actually, I had sorry. This is that actually sparks a memory of mine. Back in school, I won't say his name. I won't say his name, but we had a lad in like year 9 or year 10, I think it was. Year 9, I think it was. Actually, I'll give him some credit. And he was like a chronic lie. He just lied about everything. And he
He
said
said
that
he
he
was
was
Pixie Lott.
close. He said he was Pixie Lott's backup dancer. He had no background in dance. There was, but you know, right. I won't throw him under the bus fully. Do you want me to reveal some of the lies I told as a young child?
Yeah, go for it while I
So
Google what Pixie Lott's doing now.
yeah, this is when I was in like year 6, year 5. I said the following. I once said that I have to wait behind at school because Prince William was picking me up in his helicopter on the school field and driving me home because he's my uncle. I once
Why
said I
has
had a
everyone said something? Why is I swear
no.
to God,
It
every
gets worse.
school had someone who said that someone picked them up in a helicopter from
It
somewhere.
gets worse. I was on a school trip
Okay.
and we were walking down the high street, and I said to my oh, my uncle Sherlock is in there. I don't have an uncle called Sherlock, by the way. And I was like, oh, he's in Peacocks. And I went, and they went, oh, why don't you go say hello? And I was like, oh no, no, I couldn't possibly do that. He's like, I said like he's disfigured from the war. Um, and then another one I had was that I said back in year 5, I used to be adamant that I used to DJ in London at the weekends, and B, I was a qualified masseuse.
Mhm.
And
Did that
those are the
one
big.
get you a girlfriend or did it not work?
We'd meet all of the equally aged ladies. They'll love that. But no, those are the big
Okay.
lies I told. So we were all fibbers back in school.
Well, let's get back to Pixie Lott. So,
Yeah, how could we forget?
actually, I just read that she's a West Ham fan.
What, like Mia Khalifa is she a West Ham fan?
Yeah, maybe, but I think Pixie Lott is actually a West Ham fan.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's not one of them plastic. She
No, she's there
yeah.
every week.
Pixie Lott was at the Bowling Grab.
Pixie Lott was there.
She got Upton
Yeah, she
Park.
blew it up. Uh, she what does she do now?
Look at the
She's
cast.
she apparently she's in the West End doing theatre.
The cast for this.
She's
The cast
she's
of Fred the movie is insane.
she performed at the London Palladium. Well,
Which
that's
do you live at the
nice.
Apollo or what?
No, I don't
Um.
know. Also, she
So
was
the
on FHM's uh 100 Sexiest Women list. She was 45 in 2010, 31 in 2011, 12 in 2012, and 7 in 2013.
you take that. You take
And
that.
then I
You would
assume
take
they
that.
stopped doing that because it was pretty weird.
Yeah, it's a bit objectifying. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
The
Do
other
you remember
members
those
of the cast.
magazines like
Oh, they
in
had like
small shops? Like it was just, and it was like on the top
tits.
shelf, and it was just naked
Tits.
women. Like,
Yeah.
mate, what about page 3? That's actually insane. That
Well,
was
it's
a
funny you
thing.
say
What?
page
How
three.
was that a thing?
So,
What?
well, okay, two-part thing here.
Oh
I
my
won't say the
god.
second. I won't say the second part because it doesn't make me look good. I think it was the Sun or the Mirror or one of those kind of red top
Yeah.
tabloids. They ran a countdown for Emma Watson turning.
Mate, oh, that's
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah, bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How do we
What was
get here?
actually wrong with people?
Well, it's just yeah. I mean,
There's there's still a lot wrong with people, but like,
that's somehow not the
mate,
worst.
what the hell?
I don't think that cracks top 10 things, top 10 worst things the tabloids have done.
Oh no,
I'm not
but
sure it comes close. Like
God.
jour- journalism has never been at a lower point.
Well, yeah, because we're journalists now, so
Yeah,
they just
we
let
really
anyone in these days,
we
really.
really bring the average down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were we?
I don't know. Anyway,
Companion.
next.
We just reviewed
Well,
Companion.
I have one more film. Oh no, Can you name the cast of Fred the movie then? Because you said it was good.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's not good. It's interesting. So the lead is obviously Lucas Cruikshank.
Well, yeah,
Um,
he's like a gay YouTuber now or something.
other cast members: Jeanette McCurdy. Do you remember her?
Oh yeah, she was in iCarly. Yeah, yeah,
iCarly. She was a scary one. John Cena as Fred's dad. I remember that.
yeah.
I've seen this film. I remember watching it with my grandma. When I was young. Oscar Nunez, who was in The Office.
Shout
That's
out
about
to
it.
my friend Kurt, by the way, who met John Cena when he was younger.
Was he like? I'm not gonna say that actually.
No.
Um, was it all in a good reason he saw him? Yeah, just bumped into him,
Yeah.
or okay,
Yeah.
good. And obviously the director is Clay Weiner, who
Mhm.
also directed Comedian, a short film in 2017. That rounds us up on Fred the movie.
I thought the cast would be more interesting than what you just said. I think
No,
Pixie Lott was the best one out of all of them, like the
yeah,
most obscure. I don't know where you went with that. It was a bit of a waste of time,
uh,
really.
yeah. That's our podcast a waste of time, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah, true. No one's listening anymore, are they? It's been 10 minutes, 20
Yeah,
minutes.
our
Anyway,
retention's dropped off. So
yeah, it doesn't really matter what you say now. Um, so the next film I watched was the again 2025 film, new Bridget Jones film. Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, and
mm.
like growing up, my mum always loved the Bridget Jones
First one's
films. I
good.
should probably
First one's good.
rewatch them.
I've only seen the
Um,
first one.
yeah, I should probably rewatch them because I actually quite like this one. I gave it
Also,
3.5.
Renee Zellweger is always fun and everything. So
Well, wasn't she in like that biopic where she won Best Actress and it was like really boring?
yeah, but she was also in Jerry Maguire and Chicago, and Dazed and Confused, and Monsters vs Aliens, the big one.
Oh, with that blob,
Bob, yeah. Oh god, have you seen
blob,
Twitter?
Bob.
The gifs. No, it's
Yeah,
called
the
Bob.
no,
It's called
the
it's called Bob.
best
Voiced by
one is
Seth
the
Rogen.
one where he's holding the jelly and
Yeah.
he's
No,
moving
I
in
think
front of his face.
my favorite one's
I think we
when
should
the
just watch that
woman's
film, both
we
of
should
us.
you'll she'll watch along. My favorite one is when the woman's getting crushed and he's like, oh, look at that bird over there. Just the gif. Fuck it. Oh god. I need to rewatch. That was like a staple of my childhood. I've got it. Yeah. What a film. I'm rewatching it soon. Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, Bridget Jones, I gave it three
Yeah. Yeah.
point
How do we get here?
five. Well, the newest one anyway. I thought it was quite cute actually. Hugh Grant is like still so charismatic that I still wanted her to choose him, despite him being like the worst person of all time. I was like, no,
No
she can
spoilers, by the
fix
way.
him. She can
No
fix him.
spoilers.
Well, I mean, I feel like if
I'm
you
not.
were
I'm
gonna
not caught
watch
up.
it, first of all, you
I'm actually
wouldn't
gonna watch
care
it.
who she ended up with, and second of all, like
Yeah. I'm in it for the love of the game.
you would have watched already. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna just go through one more film just because I don't have too much to say about it. I watched The Last Showgirl,
Another
which
film
was
with meaning to
out
watch.
last year. Uh,
It's a
directed
UK
by
2025, I
Gia
think. Yeah.
Coppola, who's one of the Coppola
Crime Family.
children, I
Coppola
guess.
crime family.
Well, alleged. Well, we can't say that. Anyway, like I didn't rate it because, to be honest, I don't know what to rate it. Well, Pamela Anderson is good as the lead performance. So it's about this show going in Las Vegas, and they like announce that they're gonna close the show, and then she's like planning the rest of her life. Blah blah blah. This film I didn't even realize was under 90 minutes because it does
Yeah, it's
not
a
feel
quick one.
like that.
Oh no.
It
Oh
doesn't
dear.
feel like that.
Oh no.
No, it just feels like nothing upon nothing upon nothing, and then like Pamela Anderson trying to act her way through it and actually carry, but then it's just not even enough to be honest.
Is
Like,
Dave Bautista any good in it?
he's just there. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is just there, like overacting because
She's too busy tweeting about
obviously,
Israel, though, isn't she? She's fucking
yeah.
distracted.
She Brenda Song was quite good.
Who's she? I've heard of her.
She was in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Oh, that
She
really
played
narrows it down.
London.
Yeah.
She played the one who's based on Paris Hilton. London Tipton.
Oh, of course.
The
Yeah.
hotel's called Tipton.
Oh, how can I forget?
Yeah. Um. But yeah. Anyway, like it could have been so interesting and entertaining, and then they just decided not to do that. So, fair
I love
play.
when films do that. That's sort of mark of respect.
Yeah, like fair enough. You just wanted to make nothing, so cool. Um. They didn't get an Oscar nomination, I guess. So. Well, yeah. Then I watched the short films, which we can skip because we already talked about them. So you can go ahead with your next three.
Three. I won't. What should I do next? I'll do one bad one and one that's not a film and one that is a film. Bad one. Um, this is a tough watch. It was called Fight or Flight. Sky produced action film set. It's like bullet train in a plane, starring the beloved Josh Hartnett, who is trying his best in this film. This film is just terrible. It's apart from Josh Hartnett's performance, it's almost irredeemable. The third act is just fuck. The script is awful. The action choreography is bad. It's boring. Um, I don't have loads to say about it. It's a one-star film. It's not half-star film because Josh Hartnett is good in it. Um, he, it's a bit, it's kind of like a mixture of his performance in Trap and almost like a Glenn Powell performance in like Hitman, and that is kind of like that lovable, a bit stupid, not stupid, but like
Whoa. Keep my wife's name out of your
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
mouth.
We all love Glenn
Get
here,
Glenn
but
Powell away from this half star, 1 star film.
Glenn
Don't you
Pookie Puckett,
dare.
Glenn
Don't you
Pookie Puckett.
dare.
But yeah, bad film. I then watched, well, not then, but I also watched my first ever episode of Saturday Night Live. I watched the SNL 50, the anniversary one. I'd seen loads of clips and stuff, and I've always watched clips of SNL because it's funny. It's the first time I've actually watched through, and I had such a good time. I didn't rate it because it's not a film, but I gave it a heart, which is I liked it. I really liked it actually. There's a lot of really good stuff there. It was 2.5 hours, but it just flew by. It was just so nice to have on in the background. And I'll probably watch more SNL episodes moving forward because I had a really good time with it. Sabrina Carpenter's very funny, as is Will Ferrell. He's good in it
Okay,
as
but
well.
now you have to go back and watch the Sabrina Carpenter Christmas special
No,
because now you know she is actually really good.
yeah, but it's not Christmas, so watch it next
Who
year.
cares? I
Okay,
watched the SpongeBob Christmas special last year in like June.
yeah, but that's because you're wrong. It's just true. I'm afraid.
No,
It's just true. It's just
no
true.
one cares. The calendar isn't real.
That's well, that's true. It's all perspective. Life is perspective. Life is change. Um, Next up is I watched a film I wanted to watch for a long time. I watched La Chimera, starring beloved Josh O'Connor, who is. I'm becoming very fond of you, Josh O'Connor. I'm liking your performances a lot, and you could definitely do James Bond if you wanted to. This is a really beautiful film, quite moving film. The the cinematography is just off the scale. The script's really good as well. From what I remember, it's been a while since I watched it. I might get my review up just to refresh the old noggin. But that yeah, this is it's a bit Indiana Jonesy, and it's about a group of grave robbers that look for hidden treasures. Yes, script is very good. Just remembered, script is very good. The casting is very good as well. Like every member of the cast is great. Veronica, I believe you've seen La Chimera. Do you concur?
Saw it like a year and a half ago
Mm.
at the cinema because that's how it should be watched because it's really
Yes, I
beautiful
agree.
to look at.
I agree.
And I watched a preview of it. I think it was one of my favorite films of 2023. I guess was when I watched it. So
General
I didn't
release is
really.
2024, but yeah, it's kind of that
I
weird
kind of
middle
had it
ground.
as
Yeah.
2023, but I really liked it, and I actually I'll go through all my film stuff at some point, but I got this like tarot card
Which I've got as
of
my poster on Letterboxd.
which
Yeah.
you've got as your poster on Letterboxd, which is of Josh O'Connor upside down, and it says some tarot thing.
Mm.
So it's really cool, and yeah, I really like the film.
Yeah.
There was like a few Italian films that I watched that year that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to buy on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I might do that
I
as
really
well.
want to
Actually,
rewatch it.
I did have some gripes with it. I thought it got a little bit lost in the middle somewhere, but it did manage to get kind of work its way back. I thought the ending was just perfect. Really like just fucking beautiful. Really recommend it. It's not. Yeah, it's a weird film because it'll go from like serious, quite slow, grave robbing and philosophy and social commentary on capitalism and consumerism. But then what it will do is it will shift and it will be like a silent slapstick comedy. And it does it so seamlessly, especially in the first act. And it will do things like speed up the speed of the film of the footage, and it'll be like slapstick. And it I don't know, it's just like this. I think I said in my review, bewitching Italian surrealism, because it's just a bit bonkers at points. I respected it so much. Directed by Alice Rohrwacher. She did a great job. Well done.
I don't know why, but it kind of it is in that same sort of group for me as The Beast or La Bête, which I'll talk about later.
Mm.
But it's just
I'm
those
watching that
kinds of
soon, I
films
promise.
where they have actors that are incredible as the leads, and there's like a specific vision the director has, and it's like it's not easy to pull off, and it's just such a one of a kind film. There's those films that come up every once in a while. It's like you'll never see anything like that again, and it's such a bold, I don't know, directorial vision and script and everything about it, and they both look incredible.
Yeah.
And also, they're both underrated. And I feel like no one has really pushed for them to be shown in cinemas or get actual proper distribution,
I
which is
will
a shame.
just to wrap up
But
my
yeah,
thoughts.
both were just great, and I love Josh O'Connor.
Yeah,
He's
Josh
part of
Connor's
that
great.
group with well, not Glenn Powell's, but he's part of that Harris Dickinson group and
Yes.
George
George
McKay.
Mackay. Yeah, George
Yeah,
Mackay. Yeah,
they're part of that little group of British young actors who are really good at picking projects and delivering, basically.
100%. I gave it 4 stars. By the way, I feel it could go up to higher on
I
rewatch. It
think
just,
if I rewatch it, I might give it 5
yeah, it's one of
because I
them
didn't know
films
what I
that,
was expecting. That's why I think I was a bit off
yeah,
put
I went in
by
kind of
what was
expecting.
going on.
I went in expecting kind of not an action film, but like a kind of a hot, like a faster paced like adventure film, and it's not that at all. To the film's credit as well, does a great job. But yeah, I'll hand off to you now. What was your next three?
Well, you might want to mute
Oh,
me
wait.
for the next one because,
Oh no. Oh, is it? Are you gonna? Is about Barbie Dylan?
yeah,
That's
I
fine. By the way,
watched.
I can't just preface by saying if I rewatch a film, it would probably go down in score, and I completely understand the criticism. So I'm not personally offended by it. So go ahead.
I actually just noticed Matt Baldwin commented on my review
Love
from a
you, Matt.
complete unknown. I didn't realize he said the perfect review for someone who doesn't like Dylan. Laughing
That is
face.
a fair
That
point.
is fair. The thing is, I literally don't know a single song, so yeah,
Shameful,
sorry.
shameful.
Like, but also that makes me the perfect person to watch a film like this because I'm not gonna be biased
I think there's a middle
and give
ground there
it
somewhere.
stars just because I like his music.
I should
It's
clarify,
like
I
if
didn't
there was
do
a
that.
Dua Lipa film, like I'd probably give it 2 stars just because Dua Lipa was
But if
the
Monica Barbera
subject.
was
I
there,
mean, and Monica Barbera played Dua Lipa. Yeah, obviously I'd
she could
give it
do
like
it.
three.
She could do it.
Listen, you know what? Let's get it going. Let's produce it. Let's do it.
Well, look, when we're at Picture House Create in April, we'll pitch it.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? Let's actually do that. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And like, we're gonna get our press passes taken away for being so
Who
unserious.
could
But
Harris Dickinson play?
what's his name? Her boyfriend, Callum
Callum Turner.
something. Yeah, there you go.
Why don't we
Easy.
just get Callum Turner? He is an actor.
Well, yeah, but Harris Dickinson's better.
I don't think I've seen Callum Turner in anything. Anyway, your
No, me
thoughts on a
neither.
complete unknown before
Right.
I
Anyway,
shoot myself.
so I gave it 2 stars. Um, and I thought it was boring. I thought I knew nothing. I've already seen this said in so many reviews, and because it's just true. Like, if you know nothing about him, you know nothing after watching this
I
film.
completely agree
Like,
with that criticism. I completely agree.
it's such
I
a
think the
non
script's
bio
bad.
like it's such a non biopic. Like, what is even what is this? Like, what is the point? Like, what is actually the point of this film? They might as well just scrap this and make another complete unknown next year and actually make it good. But I
The
don't think anyone
script,
would even remember that there was the first one.
I
Like,
think it's
make a
mad
complete
that it got
unknown.
nominated for best screenplay.
I don't know. Make the complete unknown like they did with the Suicide Squad. Just revamp it, make it better.
Get James Gunn to direct it,
Yeah, honestly, yeah, and get Margot Robbie to play Bob Dylan. There you go. I'm the best at casting.
or get Kate Blanchett to do it again. She could do it. She's
Yeah,
great
yeah,
in that
sure.
other film.
Um, yeah. Anyway, his performance. Listen, I like Timothy Chalamet, but what the fuck does he know about Bob Dylan? No, he probably knows a lot actually.
Yeah, he actually knows loads.
He actually does know a
Yeah,
lot. But anyway, no, I didn't like his performance. It was like classic biopic performance from a man where he just walks around and tries to speak in the same voice and tries his best to sing in the same voice, and that's basically it. There is nothing more to
yeah.
it.
I don't
Monica
completely agree,
Barbara
but
was really good.
She's the best
She's
part of the
she's
film. Her and
absolutely
Elle
the
Fanning.
standout of the film. Like
Her and Elle Fanning are like
I
amazing.
just was waiting for the next scene with Monica Barbaro. Like that was the whole film was me like waiting to see her again and see
I
what
think
she's
so.
doing.
I really like this film. Partly,
Mm.
yeah, partly there was a bias element there of I love Bob
Also,
Dylan's
why
early
was it
music.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, that was mad. That was
That's
mad. Anyway,
insane.
but I had a really good time with it. I really like the film, and although I do agree with some criticisms, especially the script, I think the script is quite bad
The script
actually.
is so trash. Let me see who
Um,
wrote it.
I think potentially
You
James
speak
Mangold
and I'll
wrote
have a
it.
look.
Yeah, so I don't agree with all of Veronica's criticisms, but I agree with some of them. I think this would have
Jay
been way
Cox.
fucking hell. He's not helping himself, is he?
Oh man,
I think this would
you
have been
cocked this one up,
better.
mate.
I think this would have been better as a Joan Baez film. Like
Well,
Bob Dylan
yeah.
doesn't need a film. What do you
Who
learn?
cares?
The whole point of Bob Dylan is that he's a bit of an enigma, and that actually it's really
He's
hard.
an asshole.
It, I mean that too, yeah. But it's impossible to really nail down what motivates him because he just refuses. But like, I think there's real substance in a Joan Baez film, and it kind of felt like James Mangold sort of wanted to make it. I felt like I learned a bit more about Joan Baez than
Mate,
than
about
James.
Monica Barbaro. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, we
I
did
learned a
because
lot.
like I
I
haven't
learned a
watched
lot about
any of
Monica
her other
Barbera.
film. I mean, to be fair,
Top
we
Gun Maverick.
did.
It's in Top Gun Maverick.
Wait, she was in that?
Yeah, she played the female pilot.
Did she?
Yeah.
I watched that recently. I didn't realize that was the same person.
Did you,
Fair
by the way,
enough.
so one of my favorite performances in the film, was actually an actress I went into it
Stop.
really not liking,
Oh,
um,
I was gonna say
because
Edward Norton. I was gonna start arguing
no,
with
no,
you
no, I
because that
thought
was
I
shit.
don't know, I thought it was
No, he
okay.
was rubbish. Come
Um,
on. All right.
but,
Who was it?
sorry, my dad was just calling up something.
You were gonna
Um,
say Elle Fanning or
yeah,
what?
yeah, Elle Fanning. So I'd seen Elle Fanning in one thing properly before that, which is Woody Allen's A Rainy Day in New York, which is a terrible film with Timothée Chalamet, funnily enough. And
Yikes.
I genuinely went into it thinking this woman cannot act. She was awful. But actually, I watched the film and I thought her and Monica Barbaro were the clear standouts. I actually thought both of them could have they put in performances worthy of a supporting actress Oscar nomination, in my opinion. So well done, Monica. Well done, Elle. They were they're my favorite parts of the film. They did a really good job.
Yeah. Sure. Um. Yeah. The next one I watched was a rewatch. I already mentioned it. I rewatched The Beast or La Bête, which is in French.
Do the whole review
Um.
in French.
No. I know Connor also agrees with this. Well, actually, Connor's given it 5 stars, and I've also given it 5 stars, and I feel like that never happens ever. So that's how you know this film is incredible.
Connor's a
So,
really tough film writer, and he's like
yeah, yeah.
him and Jacob. I can't. We had this debate on the live show. I don't remember what his actual name is. Um,
Well,
yeah, Jacob. Yeah,
anyway, I
harsh
gave it
raters.
5 stars. Connor gave it 5 stars. It's my third time watching it. Obviously, first time it was at the Venice Film Festival premiere, obviously, and I remember leaving and just being like, "What the fuck? Like that was incredible. I've never seen a film like that." I was honestly like shaken by how good it was. Like, and it blows your mind. I'm not even just saying that. You'll watch it and you'll just like stare at the credits. Like that's the
You're
kind of
setting up
film.
too much. You feel like
No, I'm
you're
not.
really
No, I'm
hyping it
not.
up, though.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Trust me. If
This
you
isn't gonna
watch
be
it,
another
you.
climax. This isn't gonna be another climax situation, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. This isn't a film like that. It's not.
You really hyped up climax, and it was not that great.
Yeah, okay, but like that's a Gaspar Noé film, and you're a child. Anyway,
Oh,
anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so you genuinely stop watching it, and you just want to read about it, and you want to watch it again and see if you could catch something else. Or, I mean, it really is like it's just I don't it's just it. I've in my review I said this is one of the like best films of all time. It might genuinely like in my personal opinion, this is one of the best films ever.
wow, that's big.
Yeah. And it actually annoys me that I feel like barely anyone's watched it. It's on Mubi UK right now. Mubi GB. Or you can go to HMV and buy it for like £10 on Blu-ray, which is what I did. And that's how I watched it. So yeah. Next one is gonna be a really long conversation
Is this what I think it's
because
gonna be?
I watched for the first time Everybody Wants Some by Richard Linklater,
Oh, my
and
go-to
I
film
gave it
recommendation.
5 stars,
Round of applause,
and
please. Round of applause.
no, I can't be bothered to switch the tab. You can clap if you want
Yeah, it's not getting
to your
registered on the microphone, is
microphone.
it? Yeah.
No.
Try it there.
Anyway, I was having like such a shit few days with work and everything, and you said something about everyone wants some, and I thought, you know what? Okay, like you say, this feel good film is just like chilling with the guys and the
What was the hook,
gals,
though? What was
and
the
it was
main
just
hook?
chilling. Well,
Who's
Glen
in it?
Powell.
Glenn Pookie Powell.
Well, yeah. So then I was like, you know what? Whatever. Like you're saying, this is like the ultimate feel good film. It will fix your mood. Blah blah. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll put it on. I'll see if it's good. And I put it on, and like I just had a smile on my face the whole time I was watching it. Like it's crazy that like a film can just do that. Like the fact that there's a specific type of film where you put it on and you just can't stop smiling like an idiot, and you just wish that you were there, and like
There's
you
no
just feel like
conflict.
you're.
There's
No,
no
it's just
conflict in the entire
mate.
film.
It's
It's
just
incredible.
well, it genuinely like fixed my mood, and then I wanted to watch it again. I haven't yet because I'm waiting to like buy it physically at some point.
Mm,
Because I like if I really like a film, I want to have it, like I want to own it and
definitely,
watch it
definitely.
properly. But I mean, I don't even know where to start. Like Richard Linklater is one of the best of all time.
The
We
goat.
both agree on that.
Yeah,
Like that
incredible.
is just the truth. He's one of the best of all time.
One of the best writers of all time, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. Like the cast is just insane. This cast is insane. Every one of them brings it. Like Glenn Powell is the standout. He absolutely is the standout.
Yeah.
Is this like one of his first, but like
Well,
performances? Like,
can I jump in? Can I jump in very quickly
well,
on
actually,
on
he's
the
had a
cast?
ton of films. Jesus
Yeah, he's
Christ,
had a ton
most
of
of them look
films.
shit. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
So one thing on the cast is incredible.
He's been in a
Absolutely.
film called The Vibrator.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh
What the
Pookie, what have you
hell
done?
was what was he
Um.
doing at the beginning of his career, man? He was
So
in an internet safety video. Wait, I need to watch this.
yes, that's
10
getting
people
watched.
have watched this on Letterboxd, by the way.
It's
10
getting locked.
people. The Safe
Um.
Side Internet Safety with Glenn Powell. What?
I'll find it.
Mate,
I'll
I
find it.
need to
Yeah.
watch that film.
So
Alright,
on
anyway.
the cast quickly. So yeah, Glenn Powell's obviously the standout, but I should say I watched it, Veronica watched it, and then the next day I watched it again. But I've never done that before since I was a kid. It's just incredible. But on the cast, so yeah, Powell is a standout, but I really grew to love Wyatt Russell, who plays this stoner character, and Tyler Hoechlin, who plays like this jock, like just win at all cost jock. Blake Jenner, he's fine and he's all right, but the important thing about the cast is most of the actors in it are not actors; they're just blokes who like just they're just like college people. I think I don't know. And essentially, what Linklater did is he went open audition. So he cast all these people, and then I believe he had them just chill with each other for a couple of weeks, doing exactly what they're doing in the film, which is just playing games, going out drinking, chatting, and just hanging out. And it just builds this incredible chemistry and energy. In that they just feel like mates. It's almost like a documentary rather than a film. Obviously, it's not fully, but it just, as Veronica says, like this. This is my go-to film recommendation because everyone I've recommended to loves it. It will put a smile on your face from that first. The film starts with Blake Jenner's character driving down the road, with My Sharona playing in the background. He's driving to his house on the first day of college, and it's just incredible. Zoe Deutsch as well is so cute in this film. I fall in love with her every time I see her. But yeah, I'll hand off back to you because I know, I've spoke about it before, but yeah, I'll let you pick up the reins.
Well, no, I've that's pretty
Oh, you're
much
done.
everything.
It's
I
just
honestly, I've
incredible.
just been looking at the Letterboxd page and thinking like, fuck, maybe I should rewatch it today. It's just so good. Oh
You
man,
cannot get tired.
I like
I
get
don't.
nostalgic over thinking about the scenes and Everybody Wants Some and wanting to see them
Mm,
again. Like, what is actually
a
wrong with
couple of
me?
scenes I love, and so I listen to the soundtrack quite a
Okay,
lot.
maybe don't spoil it too much because I think
It
people
won't be,
with
this
two
won't be a
glowing
spoiler.
reviews from an
Yeah,
FCA co-host, like
I'll talk
surely
about one
everyone's gonna
scene.
go watch it now.
I'll talk about one scene. It's one of my favorite scenes. It's very early in the film. It's Glenn Powell, the vice captain, Blake Jenner, and two other people. I can't remember their names.
So
They're
why is there a
driving.
waterbed in this film?
yeah, licorice
Why is
pizza
there
reference.
waterbeds in every film? All right,
Licorice
anyway.
pizza reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're driving to just driving around to go to the pub, I think, and they rap Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang. And yeah, Glenn Powell just I watched that clip like daily almost. Yeah, I can't speak highly enough. It's in my top four now. My letterbox top four: Fantastic Mr. Fox and Before Sunset. Before Sunset are out. Everyone wants some. Chicago are in. It's
But
just
you
it's
removed Before Sunset?
well,
What
it's
the
my this is
hell?
my favorite Linklater now. It's my top of my Linklater rankings.
Why
It's
can't you just
incredible
have two Linklater films?
because I wanted to get Chicago in there, but I feel like Chicago could get bumped out. I
Mm,
don't know. It's exciting, right? This is all good stuff. Go watch. Everybody wants some. It's
everyone
perfect.
should watch it. Every single person out there.
Definitely.
I think I just talked about three, so you can move on with
Cool.
yours.
I'll do three as well. Another bad one. The last bad one. This it's another action film. Um, this is Old Guy, starring. It's actually got quite a decent cast. The big three are Lucy Liu, my beloved Cooper Hoffman, who I think is just a brilliant actor, and Christoph Waltz, who obviously has won Oscars for some of the best performances of all time in Tarantino films. This is an action film. It's a very familiar story about an aging hitman who has to take a younger, Gen Z hitman under his wing. Unfortunately, it's just really boring. It's also terribly lighted, to the point where you can't see the actors' faces for most of the time. Positive, and Christopher Waltz is doing the most phoned-in performance of all time. Cooper Hoffman is one of the only standouts. He is doing his level best here. Um, it's just the things I do for you, Cooper Hoffman. The things I do for you. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say. Don't watch this film. It's not good. It's bad. Next up, though, what to touch on next? I'll go for this one. Next one watch is This Is England, the film, not the TV show. Um, it's about, I think it's set during the 80s, the kind of Thatcherite Britain. And it follows a young lad, and he kind of falls into this group of people who are like they're skinheads, but they're not racist skinheads, because the skinhead movement didn't start as racist. It became that, but it didn't start as that. Um, and then someone joins them. Someone comes back from prison, played by Stephen Graham, this honestly, Stephen Graham in this film is one of the best performances of all time. He is incredible in it. Go watch Adolescence as well. Once you're here. This is a 4.5 out of 5 for me. It's emotional. It's heartbreaking. It's a great pastiche. I'm not sure that's the word I'm for. A pastiche of Thatcherite Britain and how easy it can be to become, um, what do you call it, radicalized by racist hate groups, and the how harmful it can be, and how easy it can be to slip into those kind of hateful groups. And yeah, it's really really heartbreaking. But it's a film I'd seen clips from loads when I was growing up, and actually had no idea what the film was until about a year ago. You might have seen clips of like him going into the shop to rob from the um, British Asian shop owner, and this man comes in with a machete. I won't say the slurs that are said, but it's a very slur heavy film, but it makes sense in context of the film. Yeah, definitely recommend it. It's a not an easy watch, but it's an essential watch in my opinion. One of the great British films of all time. Next up is Novocaine, starring Jack Quaid. This is a Jack Quaid action film. Um, uh, in which he is a man who has a disability, which means he cannot feel pain. And his girl gets kidnapped by bank robbers. It's just an action film that's a lot of fun. Jack Quaid's great in it, as Jack Quaid always is. Um, he- I find it hard to believe anyone would dislike this film massively. It's not an incredible film, but it's a very fun one because Jack Quaid's in it. There's a lot of good action choreography and a lot of really good physical comedy. Um, yeah, just a very decent film. I got that at 3.5, much like Companion. And yeah, I'll pass off to you now. I've only got three more after this, and then we're home straight.
Well, I have quite a lot.
It's fine.
Um,
You can do yours. I'll do mine. Then
well, yeah,
you got to do
whatever.
more after that.
Yeah, whatever. Um, I went to rewatch Barbie, but obviously I would never rewatch Barbie at home or even at the cinema in an empty screening room because I know that I would rate it lower than 5 stars.
Well, my
That
rating
that
actually held when I rewatched it. It held. It
well,
wasn't 5 stars, I should clarify, but
well, yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is the first that experience of going to watch that film for the first time when it came out, like the whole shopping center was full of people. Everyone was wearing pink. Every screening was full. Like everyone was loving it, laughing, crying. Like I don't think I've ever experienced a like watching a film at the cinema ever in my life like that. Like what I had with the Barbie film the first time I watched it. So I would just will not rewatch it unless it's like something crazy's going on. And I did want to rewatch it. I just knew it had to be special. So I went to the in concert screening of the Barbie film at the Royal Albert Hall. So there was this like orchestra that was playing the music from the film while the film was going on, and it wasn't just the songs; it was like the whole soundtrack. And oh my god, like, it was actually incredible. Like watching films of like live orchestra is one of the things that I really recommend if you can. Obviously,
did you do it for La
you
La Land? Am I right in
yes,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to do it. Like it just makes the experience so much better. Like I gave it 5 stars again because obviously I watched it with a live orchestra and you know it was like a sold out thing, and everyone was loving it, and the atmosphere was so great. And then the conductor was like just so cool. It was an all female orchestra, with most of them being people of color as well, or women of color. Um,
I mean, they
which
are people of
was
colour as well.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, same thing. But yeah. Anyway, it was like I can't remember what they're called. It's like the Sinfonietta or something. It's like
Just
I
commit to the
can't
word,
remember what it's
no one
called.
second guess you.
Symphony. Yeah, Barbiland Sinfonietta. See, yeah, I know my words. I know my music words. The conductor's called Macy Schmidt. There you go.
Shout
And
out
she
Macy
was
Schmidt.
really good. Shout out Macy Schmidt. And at the end, she was like, oh, the thing is, right, the bit that made me, the bit that made me want to cry or like made me emotional was like when she was done with the film and they were like playing over the credits and stuff. She turned around and she just like looked around at like the whole audience, and like she just got so emotional, and then it made me get emotional. I don't know, I just felt so proud of that woman, you know. I just felt so proud of the conductor. So you know the whole experience obviously made that 5 stars. But like listen, I'm not stupid. I know it's not a 5 star film objectively, but it's my opinion. And it also, you know, you rate the experience. Like
Also, it's your
if I
letterbox. Who
if
gives a fuck?
yeah, exactly. Also, who cares? And you shouldn't care about why I rate films. But
I'm really angry at the Bob Dylan one. I'm just seething
oh
constantly.
yeah. But like, listen, if I watched a complete unknown at a film festival with Timothy Chalamet sitting next to me, and then a live orchestra, and then Bob Dylan came out and sang a song, and then Monica Barbaro came out and like flipped him off,
Stood
and
there.
then like
All that, yeah.
jumped around the stage, I probably would have given it more than 2 stars. You know what I mean? The
There is hope.
experience that you have of
There is
watching a
hope yet
film,
for Punch Drunk Love. It stands a chance.
yeah, because it will be like, well, yeah, I liked it, but Harold Dickinson was there, so 5 stars. And he spoke to me after. Yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen. I'm
And
not gonna
came on the
lie.
podcast, obviously.
Um, but anyway, that actually I just realized those are three 5 star films in a row: The Beast, Everybody Wants Some, and Barbie. That's
Wow, the
pretty
big
good.
three.
The big three. Yeah. Well, anyway. Next thing. Oh yeah. Also, no. When I rewatched Barbie, it made me appreciate Ryan Gosling's performance even more. Every
He's
single
so
little
good in
thing,
it.
every
His
little
timing
like
is incredible.
detail, the comedic timing, like the physicality of his performance, like every single thing he does is like exactly what you needed to be done there. If it was something else, it might have even like ruined the film. Like I don't know. He does so well. I
Also,
genuinely
he's so
think,
lovable as well.
oh god, he's just great. And I honestly think he deserved the nomination. I think
Yeah, he
it's
didn't deserve to
actually
win, but he
it's
absolutely
such a
deserved
good
nomination.
comedic performance. It
Yeah,
deserved recognition, 100%.
yeah.
Um,
like him and Ruffalo, like those were like I was
Oh
so happy they
mate,
both got
Mark
nominated
Ruffalo.
that year.
Oh, he was
I
so
obviously
good. He was
I wouldn't
so
have
good at Poor
Gosling
Things,
win.
man.
If
I
Ruffalo
would
won, I
have
would be like,
Ruffalo win,
yeah.
but that's
I
just me.
think that I think I think De Niro was my favorite of the lot, but like Ruffalo was close. Like he was really
God,
really
he was
close.
incredible. Anyway, then I watched Two Screeners, so we'll talk about that next episode. Then I went to BFI IMAX to watch Mickey 17 on the day that it came out,
Oh, that's my next one.
and
Good timing.
I gave it 4.5. I well, if again, like this is just a personal thing. I know that some people are let down by it and blah 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 blah. Listen, I had a lot of fun. I thought it was really good. I love Robert Pattinson. He's again part of that British group of
I
actors
mean,
who are really
Robert
good at
Pattinson
picking
is like
films.
he's pushing
But he's quite
40.
old. Yeah,
He
so that's why I was about to
he's
say young, and then I was like, nah, you know
he
what?
like
He is not young.
if he has a couple more like really like if he has a really good run, he will deservedly go down as maybe not he won't be recognised, but he will be the most talented actor of his generation in my opinion. Like his
Have you watched High
range, like,
Life?
no, but I've
Have you
heard
watched
good
Good
things.
Time?
Yeah, I love Good Time. It's incredible.
Good Time's a banger. But
Like
you need to
Good
go
Time,
watch High Life. You need
Good
to. I saw it at
Time,
HMV today, and I was like, "Fuck! I really want to rewatch that."
Good
It's
Time,
so
Tenet,
Good
The
Time is such a
Lighthouse.
banger, man.
Like he's just in. Oh
Even the
yeah, I love.
Batman.
Oh, how can I
But
forget
you
the
need to
Batman? Of
watch High
course.
Life.
Yeah.
Trust me, banger. I can't wait for that film that he's in with Jennifer Lawrence, Lakeith Stanfield, directed by Lynn Ramsey.
He's doing one with Zendaya as
Die
well,
My
isn't
Love. Oh, wait, and Scorsese's producing it. What the hell, man? What the hell is going on? Okay, this film
he? My
goes up
favorite
on
thing
my
about
most anticipated. What the fuck?
my favorite thing about Pattinson though is that he just lies. And
He's like me for real, man.
he
I
just
love him.
lies. Like he lied about
Yeah,
like
I love
he
him.
didn't. We didn't say he lied, but like he said like he was watching a horror film. And he had to like get like knives out on the table. It's like it's just bullshit. He's just lying. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
we all love
but
Pattinson though. He's
that's
just
why
neurotic, and I
he
love
does
him.
it for the love of the game. He's alive for the love of the game.
Also,
He's like me.
he's a good egg as well. He's a good egg.
Well,
No,
we
he
don't
is. Like
know
he,
that.
yeah, but I'm saying it with an assertion. We don't know you're a good egg, but we just hope so.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Anyway, so yeah, it was. I thought it was really fun. I just took it as what it was. I didn't like. I get what it's trying to say, and obviously, it kind of hits you in the head with a pan. With
It's the least subtle social
well,
commentary of
yeah,
all time.
but I think that you have to just kind of ignore it because if you let that kind of become something that gets annoying or too much, then you won't enjoy the
That
film
wasn't
as
what I
much.
didn't like about the film.
Okay, but
Uh,
I'm not talking about you. Anyway, I think that if you focus on Robert Pattinson, Naomi Aki, wait, what's that other woman's name? The gay one. What's her name?
Oh yeah, she was really good.
Mark Ruffalo, Tony Collette,
Anna Maria
Anna Marie
Bartolome.
Bartolome,
Tim
who
Key's good in it as
is
well.
in a
I
few
liked Tim
films.
Key in it. He was fun.
Yeah, so if you focus on the cast being really good and Robert Pattinson and like the cute little things that were made into plushies, and I should be sent one.
The Creepers.
Yeah, the creepers. If you focus on that and the fact that it's just a fun time at the movies, then you'll be like me and you'll give it
Yeah.
a 4.5 star rating.
Can I jump in quickly just give my very quick review because
Yeah,
I didn't
because you
actually do a
hated
letterbox
it.
review. I didn't hate it. Grow up. Come on. I give it a
Mm,
3.5. I enjoyed a lot of it. Robert Pattinson is so good. In it. Mark Ruffalo, he he's doing
I love
his kind
Mark Ruffalo, man.
his
He's so
genre of
good.
performance. It's in the
The
same
Poor
ballpark
Things
as Poor
vein.
Things.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate,
exactly. Yeah,
so good.
he's really really good in it. I didn't. I thought I don't agree that Naomi Aki was good. I thought Naomi Aki was at best average. I didn't like her
Whoa, I
performance.
thought she was good.
I thought she was overacting. But I will also say she wasn't given much to work with in the script. I thought the first act,
I
yeah,
disagree
really,
with you
really
completely.
dragged in the first act. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was an enjoyable time. I, I'm not sure I'd recommend. It's not everybody
What
wants
do you
some
mean
where
you're
I'd
not
go.
sure if you'd recommend it?
No, but in
I
no,
feel
in
like
the like,
if 99,000 people went and watched Mickey 17, 90,000 comes out and says they like the
probably.
film.
But my
So what
point
do you
is
mean you
like,
wouldn't recommend it? It's like the easiest thing to
because
recommend.
there's other films I'd rather recommend. It's not. It wouldn't be my go-to like 10 recommend, but it's a good film.
Well, no, but
It's
you
fun.
like it's like saying like you wouldn't recommend Conclave. Like obviously you would recommend Conclave because
It's different.
everyone likes that film.
Yeah, but look, it's just I wanted more from it. If I rewatch it, it wouldn't go up in rating, I don't think. But there's some really good
They're just
slapstick.
boring.
There's some really good slapstick in there. Didn't you say just a minute ago not to care about other
Yeah, I
about
did, and I
yeah,
remember that as well. That's why I kept going with it because I
yeah.
was waiting for you to say something.
You're really committed to the bit there, aren't you?
Yep,
But yeah, good fun. Rob Pattinson's great. Get nominated for best lead and best supporting
that's
actor.
just not gonna happen.
Well, yeah, obviously 'cause it's against the rules.
Yeah, no, yeah, and also because it came out too early in the year, and
Yeah.
they have bad memories.
You've just been June.
Yep. Next one I watched, I went to BFI South Bank and I watched this film called On Falling, 2024 film, but it's coming out now, I think. And it stars Joanna Santos, who is quite good as the lead. It's about, yeah, a woman from Portugal who is like a picker in a warehouse, which is an Amazon warehouse, but obviously they can't say that. Um, and it's just following her day to day life. Directed by Laura Carreira,
Good rolling of your R's
Portuguese
there. That was
woman.
great.
I think she was Portuguese. Yeah,
Maybe.
it's her first feature film. She was there. There was a Q&A afterwards with her and Zara Sultana MP. She might
Woo.
still be suspended, but she's great. We all love Zara
We
Sultana
do.
on the
We support
podcast.
Zara Sultana on this podcast.
Yeah, and uh, like she went for it. Like whenever Zara had like a bit to say, like she fully was like. Like, yeah, there's an Amazon warehouse. We had Amazon workers or whatever protesting.
She thought it was
She just
PMQs.
fully went, yeah. But it was so funny because the producer was like, "Well, we can't say Amazon,
Cut,
but
cut, cut, quick.
yeah, it was that was a really fun. Like she's just great. Like I was mesmerized by Zara Sultana speaking. I wish she spoke more, and I wish that was just a PMNQ with Zara Sultana rather than a Q and A on the people who made the film because I didn't like it. And it's hard to put into words how I feel about films like that. Anyway, I give it 2 stars
Oh,
because the
there's
lead
two
is
and a half.
good.
There's 2.5 stars
No,
about 10 minutes ago.
I just changed it because I started talking about it and realized that, as you know. But yeah, the lead was good and it's like a good first feature, but I hope that she makes something better next time. Um, Next film I watched was actually it's quite interesting. I rewatched Baby Driver. I gave it 4 stars because I think it's one of the best soundtracks ever. I think the it was this is like when I watched this film when it came out, I was 15. So when I was 15 watching Baby Driver, this is the first film I had ever watched where after I watched the film, I went and I listened to the soundtrack. That's when I actually that's the first time I'd ever done that. Because through the whole film, I was just I was obsessed with the music and the soundtrack. It's so good. So I still listen to some of the songs now, like "Neat Neat Neat" when I'm driving down the motorway. Do you know what I mean? Absolute banger. Um, yeah, the film is just like a fun watch. It's just a fun watch. Like
Mm.
Edgar Wright. Well, I mean, the cast is not very fun.
Yeah,
But
there's a
let's
lot of
just
yeah. But annoyingly, like
Lily
the
James is a good person, right?
yeah, Lily James
Well,
did
didn't she?
yeah. Annoyingly though,
Well,
let's move on from that.
actually,
Annoyingly though, like
let's not talk about the cast.
some of the best performances in the film come from the worst people. Like it's very annoying when I like
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey is such a good actor, but he's such a horrific
Well,
person.
yeah.
Like, have you seen American Beauty?
Yeah.
He plays a
I'm
paedophile in that film.
so glad I watched that before the allegations came out
I watched it after the
because I
allegations
would have
came
been
out.
so uncomfortable
It's
watching
like a
it.
biopic of him.
Like he's
It's
just
great.
playing himself. Like it's
Such a good film.
crazy.
Kevin Spacey, like, he's. I wish he was a bad actor. It would make things so much easier.
Well, anyway, it was actually, you know what? I didn't even watch that film like planning it out. I usually plan out what film I'm gonna watch when.
I love a
But
spontaneous.
it was I just turned the TV on and I went
I've
on
had that a
Sky
few times
Cinema.
recently. I've
You
had
know
that a lot.
what?
Sky
I'm
Cinema
just
delivers.
you
That
know
Sky
what?
Cinema
Like
really
it
delivers.
actually is a nice experience to just get the TV on, go on Sky Cinema, and just watch whatever's on. And
I've
who
had it
cares
with
if I miss the first 20 minutes?
well, I've
Who
had it recently
cares?
with I had it with Everybody Wants Some, Chicago, Singing in the Rain. One of the next films I'm going to talk about of the two I've left. It is just great. Like, remember I said to you, I was
I
like,
think I'm going back, in terms of like I genuinely do think like watching TV is so much better than a streaming service.
Spontaneity in life is
It's just
well, this got
great.
deep quickly.
And
Spontaneity is
also it's
great.
like if I miss the first 25, you know what? Next time it's on, I'll watch the first 25 and I'll
But
watch the
part of the
rest as
reason,
well. I'll just
yeah,
rewatch it.
exactly. Part of the reason why, like,
Who
I watched.
cares?
So when I watched Everybody Wants Some, again the other week, or the other whatever it was, I watched. I started about 20 minutes in, and I watched it, and then obviously you watched it, and I was like, oh, I really want to rewatch it. A, because Veronica's talked about it. I was like, oh, I'm in the mood. But B, because I missed the first 20 minutes. I was like, oh, I've got an excuse to watch the whole thing again. Yeah, highly recommend spontaneous film watching. It's great.
I highly recommend cancelling your streaming services and watching TV again. Actually, you know what's also good? Film 4. When I was growing up, like, all the films I watched were just going on a Film 4 because it's free. It's on Freeview. And
Mm.
they just show films all the time. And actually, well, I don't know if what it's like now, but when I was
It's
growing
not as
up, like,
good.
they had some decent films. I don't
When
know
I'm
if
in
they
the
still
gym
do
now
that
and again
shit, but
on the cardio machines, got like the TVs, and every now and again I'll just check what's on film
yeah, but
four
they're
and a lot
always
of time
on.
it's
The
stop.
good ones are always on at like 9 or 10 p.m.
Exactly, which I don't go to the gym at 9 or 10 p.m. annoyingly.
Well,
So
yeah, but some people are at home at 9, 10 p.m. and they might want to
yeah,
watch a
yeah.
film.
Films are
So
great. Someone should talk about films more often on this podcast because films are great. I think we can all agree that.
yeah. Well, I'll do one more because then I'll have three left as well. So I watched Grand Theft Hamlet,
Oh, do not get me started on this.
which is the film made in GTA 5, and it's
It's bad.
basically a documentary on two guys who make a film. No, they recreate a Hamlet in GTA 5.
It's
You can talk about it. I think it's cool in the way that it was made, and the story is
right. Yeah.
cool. The
Mm,
film is trash. I gave
yeah.
it 2 stars.
Concept. Wow,
Yeah,
I gave it higher
concept.
than you. I gave it 2.5. It could go lower actually.
I just moved it down. That's why
It's getting right.
it was
Okay.
2.5, but I'm like, you know
Editor's
what?
note. Editor's note is getting bumped down to two. It's such a. This would have been so good as a 2014 20-minute YouTube video.
Or
Like
if the two guys were not middle-aged 40-year-olds, probably wearing quarter zips during playing GTA 5.
it's just like it. Uh,
They're
it's
not
a very
funny.
no. It starts like, oh, this is
They're
quite
just not
cute.
funny though.
It's quite
That's
cute.
the
It's quite
problem.
cool. And then you get about 20 minutes in and you go, oh, that's
Like
all this is.
they're literally just like
It's
some
just
guy who
it's really gimpy.
works from home and answers emails all day, and then
It
he
was
goes
during
on
COVID,
GTA
and
5
yeah,
for an hour.
it's boring as well. Like my favorite part of it was when they had that guy. Did he read the Quran as
Oh
his
yeah,
audition?
no, that was
That
the
was the
best part of
best
the
bit.
film. Yeah, that was the best part of the film
That
because it wasn't them.
yeah, that had me like just
That
dying
was
of
really
laughter.
good.
And then it turned
They
I'm
took it
not really sure
so
what it.
seriously. Mate, I don't
I
even know
cannot
what the
work
hell's
out
going on. I
if it was a
can't do
documentary
it,
or a
man.
film. And then they started talking about the logistics of casting,
Mate,
actors in a
oh my
virtual.
god,
And I was
stop.
like, "What?" And
They
then
just
they're
took
like,
it
"This
so
bloke," but
seriously,
this
man.
bloke is having like a fake meltdown about like, "Oh,
I hated that.
the
Oh
wife's gonna
no.
leave me because actually I can't get Grand Theft Hamlet because and I might have to play Hamlet in the lead role in Grand Theft." Oh, shut up! It was so annoying, and
I don't know what's more embarrassing if they scripted that
it was
or if
scripted.
that.
No, no, that's all
Well, I
scripted.
know it was scripted, but like,
It's so inorganic.
imagine. Oh, I don't know. They're just so clearly theatre kids who failed.
Well, yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think what we can all agree on there, and I don't want to say too much more on Grand Theft Auto because it's
Let's
bad.
just not shit on it even more,
Is
but
that
you're
during
gonna make me
COVID,
lower the rating.
everyone has got better as humans since COVID-19 because right, a lot of people died during COVID. Obviously, that's very sad. That goes without saying. The worst part was how mental it made people. Have you seen that video that recently resurfaced of those?
Stop
It was like
it.
2 weeks into lockdown. These people doing dancing in the street. This annoying woman in like a yellow jumper. It's the most. Honestly, it's infuriating. I hate people.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
say it
god.
right now.
Oh,
Confession. I never banged my pots and pans outside
I
because it was
clapped.
stupid as
I
fuck. I never clapped.
I clapped because I felt
Fuck
like a
that.
social. But and this is the
I
thing, like
didn't do any of that. I just
it
sat at
turned
home
people
and watched
mental.
3 films a day.
But
That's normal.
I just remembered something. So I obviously lived at home at the time. Still live at home now. I'm not sure I'm saying it like that. But I made a list of like what I could do during COVID, and one of them I wrote down like have a 24-hour bath. And I in my head I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Not thinking we've only got one bathroom at the time,
Mate.
and like it's so impractical. It's like what is that for? I tried to write a book. I tried to write a book. I tried to write two books actually. One about
My
mental health and one about the evolution of football tactics at age like 50, at age like
fucking
16. Honestly, COVID drove everyone mental. What the
Do you
fuck
know
is
what?
all that
Do you know
about?
what I did? I would like because my brain was going a bit insane with like not knowing what time it was. So what? Wait, why did I just say that?
You're not
I could
reading
just
watch.
look at a watch.
Yeah. What fucking
Okay,
time is
but
it?
like
God,
no, but no,
got
but you
locked
get what
in
I mean?
syndrome.
Because like you don't have a schedule, so it's like I just didn't know what
It
time
was
it was.
lawless. It was
Yeah,
lawless, is what
exactly.
it
It was
was.
like the time didn't matter.
It's like the last
Time
days of
didn't
Rome.
matter. It's 24 hours of nothing. Anyway, so I started like planning my days out so that it would give me some structure. And my days were literally like wake up, play Warzone with my friends, have lunch, play Warzone, have dinner, watch 3 films in a row until I fall asleep, wake up, and then it was either FM or Warzone, and that
Can
was
I
it every
so,
single day. But you know
so
what? I got through
go on.
so many films.
I didn't
Like I
really.
got so into film. I
This
genuinely
was
would watch
before I
three
was
or four
big
films
into
a day,
film.
and I would close the curtains and just watch films with breaks for food. That was it.
Nice. Can I so
Yeah.
I was
I
on
didn't have a
Snapchat
letterbox at the
yesterday.
time, which kind of
I
shit.
was on Snapchat yesterday and a video came from my memories of me talking 5 years ago. And my voice, it's not like super different, but it's different enough where I hate it. Can I play this video? It's like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
New Can you hear that?
Season for
yeah.
young as you. Go over, go down to squad type. You go to 85 overall. Click that and then do invite.
Why do you sound so drunk?
One in
You
the
sound
afternoon.
drunk. Why do
But
you
I
sound drunk?
but
You were
it
like
was like
15.
actually, if you do the 85 rating,
Actually.
but yeah, I remember I was really melodramatic at the time because I'd just broken up with my ex like in like February, so just before lockdown, and I used to just put like why am I saying this on my Snapchat story?
Stop.
On my Snapchat story,
Stop.
I used to just write song lyrics.
Stop. Can you stop saying this is being recorded?
This is my favorite episode, I think.
Stop.
This is great.
No one's
Uh,
gonna listen this far, but go for it.
but like, yeah, I also I remember I put one in. It was like
Can you
it was
play
like a
it?
post. It was like
Can
no,
you read them?
it was. So I put one, and this is the worst one. And I wrote on my Snapchat story because everyone was like, "Oh, I really miss my girlfriend and whatever." Oh, the video's come up. I just put, "Don't have a girl to be sad about missing limbs." And that was, and I remember there was another one. There's another one. It was just like, I guess I can't sing for shit, but I absolutely nail every note of of every Arctic Monkeys song. It's like, no, I don't. Why have I lied? It's not true.
You should make
This
a
is
feature-length movie about this, about your COVID experience, because I'm crying.
mate. She was a bitch. Fuck that. Um,
Mate.
she was horrible. No, but like my point is that COVID, linking back to Grand Theft Hamlet, it just people made things that like when I put that Snapchat story up of like
I
don't
bet
have a
they
girl to
thought
be
that was as revolutionary as your song lyrics
yeah
that you thought were
yeah.
gonna get you somewhere.
Well, no, it wasn't my. I didn't write lyrics. It was
Oh,
just
right,
I
yeah,
put like
sure.
like it's
Oh,
like
okay, I thought you
like
wrote them.
like the script break even. I just put it on my
Oh my
Snapchat story.
god.
But like my point is like back in COVID because we
People
had no
thought they were doing
connection and we
shit, but they weren't.
people thought they were actually like saying something,
Oh.
and really
Imagine all the
it's
people.
just they look back 5 years later and go, your voice is really annoying and you're an absolute twat. And that's a COVID experience, and
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do anything except watch films and play Warzone, because
I'm more than
Jesus
happy to.
Christ.
If anything else comes up in the future that I remember, I will more than happily share it because
Oh my
honestly,
god, mate.
I was an embarrassment back then, but it's quite funny objectively.
Okay. Um because you were talking for a while, I'm just gonna get through my last three. I feel like we should wrap this up soon because
I've got two
it's been
more. I'll
going
do
for
mine
way
quickly
too long.
afterwards. Yeah, you do yours quickly.
Yeah, so I watched after a few of the BFI films that we can't talk about. I watched Under the Skin by Jonathan Glaze. I don't know if you watched it. I gave it four
No, it's on my
stars,
watch list though.
but I think if I rewatch it, it will go up. It's one of those films where okay, like you watch it the first time and you're like, what is
I
going
think I
on?
think I think if I rewatch Videodrome, that'll go from a 4 to like a 5.
Yeah, like I was like, what is going on? I don't understand. My brain is confused. And then I watched the film. I still liked it, even though I didn't really know what was going on. Then I read about it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. And then like, but I gave it 4 stars. But even though I get it afterwards, also I didn't change my rating because I'd need to watch it again to actually apply that knowledge to watching the film in a different light. There's like some people who aren't very sure about Scarlett Johansson's performance in this. I actually
ScarJo, one of
think
my favorites actually. I love
I actually
ScarJo.
think that outside of her Marvel stuff, she's been in some good films.
Honestly,
Like
she's one of
she's
my favorite
actually
actresses.
a pretty good actress.
For example, like
It's
Lost in
just a shame
Translation,
that
Marriage
she's lost
Story,
in
Jojo
the
Rabbit.
Marvel juice. Her, she's in her
Yeah,
as
she's
well.
fucking
I
great. I
watched
love
it.
Scarlett Johansson. Got a lot of time for her.
Okay. Anyway, actually, I do want to say her English accent's so funny. She does an English accent, and it's so funny, but it actually really matches the character. I'm not gonna spoil because this is a film you should watch without any prior information whatsoever. Do not read about it. Just stick it on and watch it and be confused. Just accept it and watch it, and it's really nice, and it makes me want to go watch more of Jonathan Glazer's films. Um, but yeah, definitely want to rewatch it. Maybe at some point in the year, to be honest. But I'd probably want to have a physical version. Next film I watched, I genuinely have barely anything to say. I gave it half a star. It's called Y2K, and it was released this year or last year. I don't know. Anyway, it's like so shit. Like
23 years later.
none of it is funny. It's supposed to be a comedy about how it, it's like the year turns from 1999 to 2000, and then the technology like goes crazy, starts killing everyone. And like the premise is like not bad, and Rachel Zegler's like okay, but then it's just not funny. It's boring. I just like okay, like we get it. Like it's the year 2000. Like we like you don't have to keep making references that aren't funny. Like how about you try write some jokes maybe? That would be nice.
Yeah, try and mix
But
it whilst
apparently
on
that's
the
not
podcast.
possible.
We're in
Uh,
gear 6, get on the fast
yeah.
lane. Fucking get with us.
Anyway, and this is the last one of my list. I watched it 2 days ago. I watched Black Bag 2025 release with, I
I've
mean,
heard of no
such an
spoilers. I'm excited to watch
insane
this.
cast. Steven Soderbergh, whose other film Presence I might even watch today actually because I have a poster from it, but I haven't watched the film. Um, he's had two films already released this year. Both have got really good reviews. This one the best, but like the cast, Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett play the two leads. Like crazy, crazy good actors.
Is this Fassbender's? Oh, actually no. I was going to say it's his first
He
film
was in The
since The
Killer as
Killer,
well.
but he obviously was in Kneecap as well. He's in a
Oh
good
yeah,
run.
yeah.
He's got a really good run.
He's decent. Um, but yeah, no, Kate Blanchett I absolutely love. Like she is my mother, obviously.
She's the best Bob Dylan.
She's one of my four mothers, really.
Yeah, in a way, if you really think about
In
it.
a way. So you have Naomi Harris, Roger Jean Page, who like he's a bit like all right, whatever. But
Prettiest man live.
Pierce
He was reneged.
Brosnan, Tom Burke, who's in Furiosa. You
Oh, I
like
love
him?
Tom Burke.
Yeah, you
He's
love Tom
great.
Burke, yeah. And the standout, which she's not lead, but she's a supporting actress, Marissa Abella, who I've been talking about since the show Industry
Why do I
started
know
coming
that
out,
name?
because no one has watched Industry because she was in that Amy Winehouse shit film. She was on the
Right.
BAFTA Rising Star nominees this year.
She's in Barbie as well.
Yeah, but I mean, she was like not really in
Was
Barbie.
she
She
one
was
of
in there
the
for
side
1 second.
Barbies?
Yeah, no, she wasn't. She was actually one of the like people in the real world who like working in that no, not Warner Bros. Mattel, thing. Like she was one of the office
Right.
people. So like,
So I
that's not
forget
really a
what character's in
role.
the film.
She's
Yeah.
barely like started her career, right?
Mm.
And she should not have done Back to Black, but I'm sure she got paid well.
FCA
Uh,
Star Rising 2026.
exactly because she's so good in this film. Like the fact that she's around all these actors and everyone is talking about her performance just speaks volumes about how good it is. And I've said this, I've been saying this. Obviously, I haven't been saying this on this podcast because industry has been going on for like it's had 3 seasons now. It's on its 4th
Isn't it
season
got Jon
filming
Snow
now.
in it?
Yeah, but that's only in the latest season, and then this one that's going to be coming out. Anyway, I really do recommend it. It's like, no, you know what? I'm not saying that. Just go watch it. And like David Johnson's from that show as well, and Harry Lott,
One of
and
those kind of star-making TV shows, then.
yeah, no, genuinely it is.
Wonder Kid
Um,
Central.
yeah, and so I've been waiting for her to actually be in something good, and I'm so happy that I've been proven right, and she is actually good. She went down a bit in respect with that Amy Winehouse thing because I don't think that film was very good, and also directed by a nonce. So anyway, she's
Is
really
that
good at this.
alleged or
So
not?
well, it's Aaron Taylor Johnson's wife, mate. So
Yeah, a slightly questionable woman. Let's say a
mm,
woman of. Let's move on.
no, let's move
Let's
on.
move on. Let's not. Yeah,
So anyway,
sex
it's just
crime.
like it. Listen, it's a classic thriller. Like it is maybe more dialogue heavy than you'd expect. It's less action, more dialogue, and suspense and very good acting, basically. Um, but if you keep your expectations of that rather than it being a Mission Impossible type film, you will really enjoy it because some of the scenes are like, oof, like just so good. Um, yeah, that's it basically. That was it. That's all I've watched.
I've seen. I'll very quickly do my next two. So I've seen them a while ago. I rewatched 2/3 of Mamma Mia. Again, that was a spontaneous watch. Um, Mamma Mia was a childhood staple of mine. I didn't love the second one as much, but I'm going to rewatch them both fully pretty soon, maybe over the summer. Feels like a good time to do it. 4.5 out of 5, Mamma Mia. Really, really kinetic film. A lot of fun. I Pierce Brosnan cannot sing, but I really like Pierce Brosnan in it. Um, Steven Skarsgård, one of Skarsgård. He's really good. They're all the whole cast really good. Yeah, it's Mamma Mia. If you're not seeing Mamma Mia, then what are you doing? It's a childhood staple. It's one of the greats. And then the other film I watched just before the Oscars. This was part of the Oscars death race I did. Obviously, I successfully watched all 50 Oscar-nominated films, documentaries, shorts, etc., etc. Was A Different Man with Adam Pearson and Sebastian Stan. This is great. Like this is seriously great. It's substancy in a way. It's not like as I mean it's not as substancy as the substance is, but it's in that similar vein in terms of the things it speaks about and some of the humour. Sebastian Stan is just incredible in it, as is Adam Pearson. Um, it's dark. It's almost like a noir film. It's really funny. And yeah, it's just really, really good film. One of the best of the Oscar nominated films last year. Again, 4.5 out of 5. Really recommend that one. But yeah, that wraps us up. Have we got anything else we want to say before we let the good people go on their way?
No, I'm gonna
No.
have quite a bit of editing now. I'm kind of pissed off that I'm the one recording, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean we both messed up at point. Anyway, that officially
No
takes up
one's
to the end
gonna
of it.
know.
No, they'll never know. Especially if we don't mention it again. And that officially takes us up to the end of our episode. Hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. It's Floodlights Pod. Medium. Is it just Floodlights Camera Action.
Yeah, with no commas, just spaces between the words.
Perfect. Letterboxd. I'm J Hancock 46. Actually, I might change. I don't know. I don't know my handles these days. It's just too confusing. Yeah, it's J Hancock 46. Veronica is Stowed Panda, and YouTube is Floodlights Camera Action. You'll be able to find us on there. We didn't really upload there, but there might be some stuff there one day. Veronica, I'm about to sneeze, so I'll very quickly say this. It's been a pleasure as always. Can you let people know how and where they can get in touch with us?
Yep. Email us floodlightpod@gmail.com for anything. I check the email all the time, and I like getting emails actually. And read some of our interviews from BFI Flair on the Medium page. I'll put.
More to follow.
I think I've put the Medium page in the Spotify bio /
Mm.
links and stuff. So
I actually I've
you can
finally
check
logged
that out.
into the email as well, which is good. Also, one more thing to plug for me. Just whilst the transfer windows are closed, I do a weekly newsletter on my Medium page, Hancock Analysis. No football talk at all. It's just I've done ones that are like book reviews, and I've done some investigations. So, for example, I investigated the efficiency of cat alarms, the ultrasonic cat deterrents. I investigated why I've seen so many furries in Southampton. Just some stupid bullshit once a week, every Thursday morning. Not many people read it, but it's good fun. So, get in touch with, not get in touch, have a look at that if you want to. We'll be back next week. But until then, keep watching and keep consuming.